Hey friends, welcome to my Sudoku kitchen, aka my kitchen, where I solve Sudokus. That's my rice cooker. Say hi! Hi, rice cooker. Today's a beans and rice day. Whoop, 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 whoop. So it's a great day. It's a great day. I hope you guys had good weekends. I definitely did. I'm so happy. Huge truck. I had a great time. I did Sudokus, and I had a birthday brunch with my girls, and it's just fabulous. When women get together, it's just amazing. I miss them so much, and I'm so glad I got to see them. So I'm I'm in a good mood. Yeah. How are you guys? I have coffee with me. It's a cinnamon latte, a little bit of salt and brown sugar, half drunk. Sorry, I got carried away, but it's still here. Hi, it's still here in my matching straw and cup sets. Um, so that's what we're having today, and we're pairing it with love this puzzle because yeah, because it's a chess night puzzle. It's a chess, so it's called chess. It's called chess night, and then there's the German whispers. This is German whispers. I'm not sure why they have a darker green than usual, but it's German whispers. And then the intention of the setter was to first. This is the first puzzle, by the way, by Brtmns. So I'm gonna say Brtmns. Brtmns. Anyways, it was the intention of Brtmns to put also an anti-night constraint on it, and then and then it wasn't like, and then at the end not. So it's funny because it's like the chess night, and then it's not the case. I think it's fucking funny. So that's why I chose this puzzle today. So I guess it makes sense. Like throw you for a loop, literally puzzle, and then half drinking coffee. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to make a theme here. It's funny. Anyways, nothing. So that's the puzzle we're doing today. Anything else? Oh, I got a new marker. It's blue, and I still haven't thrown away my old one. Y'all know, I'm not sure if you guys saw my last video. She died a very tragic death of old age. Pray for her, and she's been, in the family a long time, so I was very sad. And then I went to the store, and then they had run out of black markers, or they misplaced it or something. The guy was shocked, and I was like, excuse me, what? And so we had a whole conversation about me shifting to a person who uses a blue whiteboard marker, and it's a big deal. So so that was another thing that had occurred since the last video. And anything else to say? No. How about we just get into it? So this is, like I said, their first puzzle by Brtmns, and I'm excited to do it. It's so funny because on the Logic Masters Germany in the comments, it's like high ranking 1 star, like she's cute. And then in the comments, it's like, yeah, great puzzle, great puzzle. And then one person was, oh God, shoot, I should have written down who said it. It was so funny. You should see it. Someone was like, oh, thank God, finally a puzzle that does a visual reminder to tell us that there's an anti-night constraint. Because, there's no actual markers for an anti-night constraint. And then they were like, oh, wait. There's no. So I love this kind of like a dupe. I think this is so funny. Yeah, so let's get on to the rules. Yeah, shoot. Anything else? No. The pinch of salt is perfect. I highly recommend for anybody who drinks coffee. Let me just make sure everything's working. Okay, let's get on to the rules of Chess Night by Brtmns. It just doesn't actually have the night constraint. Love that. I love the personality on this. Love it. So, normal Sudoku rules apply. That means we have to place digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, in every column, and in every 3x3 box. Fab. Cells connected by a black dot contain digits in a 1-to-2 ratio. So let's work with this one. So a 1-to-2 ratio can look like, for example, a 2 and a 1, or it could be 2 and a 4. If this was a 4, this could also be an 8. So there's a whole range of stuff, but basically it just means that, one is double the other. Cells connected by a white dot, this is the sole white dot here, connect consecutive digits. Consecutive means that they're next to each other on the Sudoku number scale. So 5 is consecutive with 4 and 6. But, for example, 1 is consecutive with 2 only, and 9 is consecutive with 8 only. But, 8 is also consecutive with 7, so that's what consecutive means in Sudoku. Green lines are German whisper lines, so the singular green line, basically, is a German whisper line. Consecutive digits along the German whisper must differ by at least 5. That's also called a whisper 5 line. What puzzle have I done lately that doesn't have a German whisper? I've done... I seem to gravitate. Does anyone have a nice puzzle? A nice puzzle that doesn't have German whispers? Do recommend, because I think we are nearing the max German whisper for me. I mean, just personally. I mean, I know that's not possible. I'm just saying that if it were, I'm just saying that maybe for the viewers some diversity. Anyways, so a green line is called a German whisper 5 line. It means they just have to be at least 5 apart. So if this is a 3, these are like 8 and 9. So one would be 8, the other would be 9. It doesn't have to be exactly 5 apart, just so long as they are at least 5 apart. And that's what that means. And we could talk about the implications later. Anything else? No. Okay. Great. Those are the rules. Sorry. Yeah, the rules are... okay. No, but we're good. We're good. So after this, now it's smooth sailing. So, as always, a drink. Because I always drink. I have a beverage while I'm solving. Because life is too short. And I like to enjoy it. And I like to enjoy my Sudoku. So, are we ready? Let's fucking go. Great. Good. So I've been doing a lot of Sudokus on the weekend as well. So honestly, my brain is extremely Sudoku pilled. I hear that's a word now. That's a phrase with the youth today. I am Sudoku pilled. But look at this. So my brain goes here. My brain goes here for sure. For sure. That's another trend joke. Macron said for sure, and everyone's loving it. I'm fascinated by this. Okay, this is 1, 2, 4, 8. This has to be 1, 2, 4, 8. Right? It has to be. Specifically, if this was 1, this is 2, this is 4, and this is 8. It could also be the case that this is 1, this is 2, this is 4, and this is 8. Heh. Is this too loud? I feel like I'm... I never know. But this is interesting. There's no other line, like, there's nothing else that this could be that spans like this, that works like that. The other digits that could be on a black crop key are, for example, 3 and 6, but they don't make a run like this. I want to know. I want to know which one's which. Can I discern that yet? I don't know. Because you know why I want to know. So this was a German whisper implication that I hadn't mentioned just yet, which is that there can't be a 5 on German whispers. Because if there was, for example, a 5 here, then what would be on here? A 0. No, that does not work in this Sudoku. We are strictly from digits 1 to 9. So we can't have a 5. So that means that every digit that we put on a Sudoku, on a German whisper, has to be either below 5 or above 5. And it does alternate. So if this was a 3, like I said, then we go up, and then we would go back down. Below 5. If this was a 8, then these would be low. These would be high. Am I gonna color? I have to color. You know why I need to color? Because of this and this. So coloring, I like the color. Coloring is a technique that we do. Yeah, look at that. So whatever this is, it's the same type, either below 5 or above 5, as these other digits, because like we said, so it oscillates. So I'm gonna, and then here, this line kind of extends like a little appendix. You think about that in terms of the body, that's kind of yucky. I was thinking of it more like of a book, but yeah, so we keep coloring. Colors. Life is so fun with colors. And then the other ones, this is a bluey household, so we are gonna make this orange. Nope. There. Look at that. So now we have different colors. Look at it, so pretty. Look at you looking so pretty. That's from Mulan. Okay, no, we continue. Ah. So whatever this, I don't know what this is going to tell me. I don't know why I think this is beneficial. But now I'm knowing that this, so how many digits are there above 5? 4. How many digits are there below 5? 4. So that means that this blue has been exhausted in this column. So any other digit on it is either, so this is a 5 orange pair. Is that? I don't know. Yeah, there's a 5 there. Great. Good. Fun. Do we learn anything? Not sure. For sure. I guess here, look at this. So now there's 4 oranges here. Does that say anything? No. It don't. It don't say a fucking thing. What are you? This is, listen. I don't see this making any. It's gonna be a nice break-in. It's gonna be a great break-in. I look forward to doing the break-in. Okay, how about Martha? How about we ask good questions? Because that's what we do in this channel when we're uncertain. What about asking good questions? So this is a 1, 2, 4, 8 run, or 1, 2, 4, 8 run. Then we know that there's no 2 or 4 over here. Ooh. Yes. Ay. Yes. I got it. That's nice. I like that. Okay. So if there's no 2 or 4 on this, then how the heck can blue be less than 5? Hey. Why? Because if this is a 1, so let's say this is a 1, then, this can't be 2 or 4. So let's say 3. And then, there are no more digits left to be less than 5. So this is 8. Hey! So this is a 1, 3 pair. Fabulous. This is a 6, 7, 9. These are 6, 7s, or 9. This can't be 6. So another thing about German Whisper, which is that a 6, we need to be careful with the 6s and the 4s. So if this was a 6, what's 5 away from 6? 1. So these would both have to be 1s, and that's not possible. This can't be a 7 either, because there has to be a 3 here. And 3 is 4 away from 7, so this is a 9. Then we have 1s and 3s. This has to be something which is not 6 or 7, which is not 8 or 9. So that means this is the 3. This is a 1. Ooh, we're doing stuff. We're doing stuff. By the way, this is also a 1. And then this can be still the 6. In fact, I think it has to be the 6. Because remember how he said? No, it doesn't have to be the 6. This could still be another 1. Heck. I have to notate these because I think I'm going a little crazy. I had thoughts here, but now I have more. Now I have more thoughts. Okay, number 1, this can't be a 7 because the 7 can't be on a black crop key because there's no digit from the digits 1 to 9 which have a 1 to 2 ratio with 7. So that's not possible. But then if this was a 6, these would both have to be 1s, and that's not possible. So this is an 8. So this is not an 8. 6 or 7, but this can't be a 6 because this can't be a 1. So this is a 7. And this is a 2 or a 4. Violence, rage and violence have been summoned. We dispel. Get out of here with your rage. Okay, this can't be a 4 because that's 3 away from 7, and that don't work. So that's a 2. Look at that. Look at this, you guys. So this is a 1 or a 4. Can't be 4 because this is an 8. Right, remember how 4 can only be with a 9? So this is a 1. What is going on? So this is a 4. And if that's a 4, then these two are 9s. Not theoretically. Concretely. They are concretely 9s. There's so much going on. And now this is an 8, so that means this is a 4. And we can place a 4 by Sudoku. You guys, it's a big deal. To be able to do a 4 in a Sudoku by such means at this stage. This could still be a 6 or 7. What I was saying before, there's a lot going on. There's my brain is just, woof, okay. When I was saying that this could be a 6 or 7, this can also still be a 6, in theory, because then this can be a 1. Yeah, I see that happening. Yeah, that's possible. And now here we're just not sure. Should I color the rest? No, that's wild. But this is a 2 or a 3. This this can't be a 6 and this can't be a 6. So these are sort of limited. 6, there has to be a 6 somewhere here. I'm gonna remove that because that's stupid. And this. Go away. This isn't a 1 or a 4, and this is a 2 or a 3, and we know that it's not a 3 because there's a 7. So this is a 2. This is a 1 or a 3. This needs to be this could still be a 6 if that was a 1. There's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. This needs to be a 6 or a 7. That could be a 1. Oh, and it is in fact a 6 because, like I said, a 7 can't go. This is interesting. This is happening very smoothly for an anti-night puzzle. This is going very smoothly. Look at that! Look at that! This is beautiful. And this can still be a 7, which is slightly annoying, but really not so bad. This can't be a 7 or an 8, so this is a 6 or an 8, so this is a 7 or a 9. Fascinating. I would say it could still be a 7. This is a 2 or a 4. If this was a 9, then that's possible. Wow. This is really fun. This is super, super nice. I'm gonna put the digits because no. That's not the case. Can this be a 4? No, because that's not a 9. Okay. For sure. I can't stop. Wow. Am I using all the stuff at my disposal? Let's see. You know what? I am gonna color. I am gonna color. Yeah, that's this one. Nope, that's this one. Okay. Just to make sure that I have everything. So three. Okay, so there's a 3 over here. And then the rest are the 5s. I mean, I don't know how we're gonna start getting 5s on here. Maybe with this. Maybe. Oh, these are blue. No, they are. No, they are 6. So there is a. So there is a 5 over here. Interesting. And since there is a 6 here, by force, right? Yeah, there's a 6 here. So this is not a 3-6. This is not a 3-6. So it's, we choose between 1, 2, 4, and 8. And this is, the 1, 2, 4 is looking right here. So this is an 8. This is a 4. That is bizarre. Wow, look at that. And suddenly we have, oh, nope. 8. Oh, God, for fuck's sake. I can't with these colors, man. Today is... No, okay, so I was gonna say this... No, there still needs to be a 6 somewhere. We don't know for certain. For certain. We don't know for certain. Look at that. There is... Did I not say the... Oh... Yeah, no, that's... I didn't catch that. I apologize. No, I didn't catch it, but I'm gonna write down the time because I want to make sure that in editing I communicate this. But there's a rule I don't think that I said, which is that the x is here, so that means that the digits separated by an x must sum to 10. Yeah. Okay. These 2 digits sum to 10. Yes? Great. Continue. Speaking of them, actually, there's no 4 and there's no 8. That's interesting. That means that, so let's do a 10 tree, friends. It means let's write down all the options for how to do 10 in 2 cells, 2 digits. So it's 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 6. And it's not 2, 8, or 4, 6. So we're looking at a 1, 9, or 3, 7 pair. If that's the case, this is the 9, because there's a 9 here. This is the 1. And then we don't know yet which way that would go. But that's how that would go. This does not have 4 or 8 on it. It doesn't have an 8 because it doesn't have a 4. So this is either 2, 1, or 3, 6. And if that's the case, then this is the 2. This is the 1, and then kind of free for all with the 3, 6. Man, depends on this. Do I know? Am I looking at something that I haven't noticed quite yet? Bum 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 bum. What am I not seeing? Hello, puzzle. Tell me what's up. What's going on? This is not a 8, right? That means there has to be an 8 here. Okay. Yes. All right. Sorry. What is going on with all these 1, 3s? I guess 1 has to be here, but that doesn't tell me anything quite yet. 2, all right, no, fine, let's just do Sudoku. Reluctantly. She said so reluctantly. Yeah, I mean 3, no. Oh, I guess that's something. So that means there's a 4. So there's a 4 here by Sudoku. And then that means that there has to be 4 here. Ah! 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 Okay. Alright. So we have a 5. Oh, so it wasn't this after all. My bad. My bad. Can't be right about everything. So that's a 5. So here's a 5. For I... So this is a 5. I mean, there's a 5 there. Elevator music. That's what I call the moments in which my brain said... brain fog, brain fart. I'm sure I'm supposed to be discerning something kind of beyond... yeah, I'm supposed to be doing some smart shit. Wonder what that would be. No clue. So the 3 could be here or here. This can still be a 6. Yeah. I'm trying to discern where the blueberries and oranges would be. That's what I call the orange and blue. Because if this was this can be a blueberry, and it cannot be an orange. The orange... We need another orange in box 6. And it would go somewhere here because, you know, it's a 3. Actually, that is kind of funky. So there's a 3 here. This can be... It can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. It can't be 5. It can't be 6, 8, or 9. So this is a 5, 7. Even better. This digit can't be... This digit sees 1, 2, 3, and 4. 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a 5. Ah! Oh! What? Something? Something happened? Something? Oh, I'm gonna color it. I think my brain's like, how about you color and then we'll see. But then look at that. Look at that. So now we know that all of these are actually oranges. Look at that. Look at that. So this isn't a 5. Oh, I swear. I swear. Girl, that drives me nuts. Hate that. So this isn't a 2 because now we have all the oranges in box 4. By box 4, because we count our boxes like this. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, etc. So this is box 4. I don't think I had to explain that. I was a bit condescending. I apologize. It makes sense. But yeah, if not, then I don't apologize. So this is still 2, 4. In fact, it is a 4, because where else is 4 going to be? Here. Okay, so this is a 4. This is a 2. Tell me more. This isn't a 1. No, this... no, the point is it's not a 4, so this is not necessarily a 9. Ah. Okay, sorry. My brain said something. I was like, what? This is a 1, 2 pair. Ah. So this... And this can't be a 1 or 2, so this is a 3. There we are. There we are. Ah. Wow. Oh. It could still be anything. Back to the colors. Martha changed it back. Eventually. This is not a 2. Great. Yes, because there's a 2 here. Fab. So this is a 4. This is the 2. Now we finally knew. 20 minutes after. This is that. Great. Happy for us. This is no longer 3. This is a 3. I'll go back to the colors, and forgive me, but it's because now we know all of these are blueberries. Blueberry, blueberry, blueberry. This is not a 5, so it has to be a blueberry, meaning that this is a 5. 5. And then 5. Here's 5. And so, that was I loved how I said that. And so this is a 4, which is an orange. And with the rest is blueberry. Great. You know what? Good thing I did color. Did I ever doubt? No. In other puzzles, I was reluctant to color, but this one I was like, hell yeah. Okay, but this is great. No, wait. Here we have more blueberries. Which is pertinent. Or we could just see that there's a 3. But I still enjoy my means of doing so. So this is not a 3. Meaning this is not a 7. And this is not a 1. Look, it's still anybody's game. Look at that. Happy for them. But this is a low. Yeah. Ooh, love that for us. This is lower than 5, so that's an orange. In fact, there needs to be one. I swear. There needs to be one here. There's no 1. There's no 1. There's no 1. So this isn't a 2-1 scenario. This is a 3-6 scenario, which means so wait, sorry. I'm just a little muddled because look at this. So 1 has to be here. 3 now also has to be here. I'll get let's put a pin in that. We'll circle back because I have now found this. So this is a 6-9 pair, meaning that this is a 7. Oh, I swear to God, I swear. Oh, it drives me nuts. Okay, but then now this is an 8. So this is a 6-7 pair. And then this is a 5-8-9 pair, which is all well and good. 6-7. So 8. 9 has to be here, which we knew, sort of ish. We could have guessed. Where's the 5? Okay. Remember when he said, yeah. Okay. So this is a 6-8 pair, specifically. Meaning that this, I'm going to write that down so that we're all on the same page. This is a 6-8, which means that this can't be a 6, basically. Because there has to be a 6 here. So this is a 9. This is a 6. This is a 6. Look at that. It had to be. We knew, didn't we? So now this is a 9. Look at that. This is an orange. I'm going to write it down before we forget. And then here we need another blueberry and a green. And a green. And a 5. Oh, actually, that's kind of a cute idea. What if we made the 5s green so that they didn't feel left out of the greenage? I love that. The 5 is green because it didn't get to be in the German Whisper. Love that for us. So here we still need another blueberry. And then that would be all the blueberries here. So that means that this is also an orange. Yes. This, I'm gonna remove the colors before I want to slap somebody. So this is a 7-8 pair. My faucet leaks. Drives me crazy. I think I have a short fuse. I think I'm the kind of person who gets kind of angry kind of quickly. We'll never know. Here we still need 6 and 9, but we don't know. The 6 has to be here, technically. So that means that there is a 6 here. Right. I love that the 5 is green. You guys, we're so cute. Look at us go. I like that for us. We still need one more. Well, I guess this is one of each. Oh, well, there's a 6 here. didn't notice that. So there's a 6 there, which means that that's a 6 and 7. This is no longer a 6. That does nothing. That's not an 8. This could be the 8. There's something going on. I can feel it. There's some shenanigan. There's some shenanigan here. So let's look at it like this. So this is one of each specifically. So that means that this has to be one of each specifically. Yes, I like that. I like the way I said that. I like the way I discern that. And we have the greenie. We have the 5. So what are you? What's green? What vegetable isn't green? What are you? Lettuce, broccoli? What do you want to be? I don't know. Green apple? Green apple? Because I like the berry thing. Well, not really berry. I like the fruit thing. Okay, it doesn't matter. This is a blueberry. Okay, all right. Which means that wasn't a 1, so that's why I removed the 1 from there. But then there's some shit. There's a 2 up here. That's what. There's a 2 up here specifically. Okay, no, we can write that down. This is a 2-8 pair. Oh no, I meant like this. This is a 2-8 pair. There we go. There we go. Okay. This is an 8. Let me just make that clear. Right. And then this is 7-9 pair. This is a 6. Yes. Ooh, we did that. Ooh. Yeah. So now, this is still doing whatever the fuck it wants. Hello. 2, because there's a 7 here. That makes sense. And then there's a 1-3 pair here. Oh. That's fine. So this is a 3. Right. And we know that 3 cannot be next to a 7. So this is an 8. This is a 7. Do more. There's an 8 here. This is an 8. This is a 6. Okay. Now we have a 1. Wow. That was nice. Love that. You know, I'm glad that there's no anti-knight. I love a knight, though. That was actually my first solvings. Was the anti-knights. So I love them. But there's a 7 here. So this is the 7. This is the 5. Let's color. This is blueberry. And this is green apple. That sounds stupid. I don't know if I like green apple. This still needs 3, 5, and 6. I guess we know where the 6 is. Oh, that worked out. That worked out. No, it didn't work out. That's not us. Okay, so we need a 3, 5 here. Not discernible yet. This is not done. Yeah, it is. Thought so. And then this one is this, and then this one is that. Good. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's a song. Oh. There we go. Where is 7? 7 goes here. Let me just do this. Oh yeah, Martha, stop. Stop. Just do the Sudoku real quick. So this is 9. Here is 5. Then we still need a 3, which we know, which is this one. Perfect. So this is the 5. This is the 9. That's not a 5 anymore. Specifically, that's a 3. That's a 5. That's a 5 now. Not that. 4 is also known. That's great. That's no longer a 6. Then we're almost done. Don't say anything. Everybody whisper in case. In case she decides not to be solved. This is an 8 still. Now we still, ooh, this is 2, this is 3, ooh, this is 1, 9. No, as always. How many times do I have to near finish a fucking thingy-bob and then be like, oh, whoops. It's not fucking, I'm not done. Too many. And then these are all this one. Okay. You guys are all this one. Okay. And then 2 is gonna be orange. I'm sorry. I have to do that first. Okay, so 2 and 7. Ta-da! Hoo-yeah. Good. Nice. I like that. That was fun. I love how silly it is. That it's a night move. That it's a night visual. And it didn't end up having the night move. I love that. It's great. Can we do, yeah. I would love, if you guys can recommend, so what was the other video, the other stuff I was asking for you to recommend? One where there isn't a German whisper. Preferably, and then one where I'm also asking now for one where an anti-night constraint, because I love those. I love those. But yeah, shoot, that was fun. What I like about it, well, this was nice. That definitely made sense. And then the fact that after I colored it, then I could see that it needed to be that was really nice. I like that a lot. And then it just flowed so nicely through here and then over here. And I think all of these were placed in places that were really beneficial. I don't think there's one that's like extra at all. And then this was done appropriately, I think. It is like a little like oop on the side, but I think it's done super nicely. And again, I think I'm glad that the 5 doesn't feel left out. I'm happy that the 5 can still be green. So that's great. Yeah, I liked it. Well, let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you guys are drinking anything with your Sudokus, because, that's my thing. And yeah, take care. See you guys soon. And have a wonderful Monday. Bye-bye. Take care.